5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is Mario 3D World. This is a slightly different 3D Mario game. It is kind of a 2D game, kind of a 3D game. They mixed a lot of stuff together. And they made it interesting. So basically they made a cat suit power up in this game because they use power-ups like in 2D games, and it's really broken. So we found out that if you dive and then slash right before you hit the ground, you keep all your momentum from the dive. So it's a glitch called cat momentum, and we basically use that throughout the entire run for everything. Like pretty much everything in this run is a build off of cat momentum. So we're gonna be doing a lot of that. So that's something we should I should talk about first. There's 4 different characters in this game. There's actually 5, but one of them I'm not gonna spoil if you haven't played the game. We use Luigi if we want height. We use Peach for most of the run because Peach has a hover, which allows us to skip over lots of gaps. And then Toad is really quick in like really tiny areas and like tight areas, so we use Toad in very few levels. And then Mario is completely useless, as it says in the guide. Mario is not really helpful at all. So the first level we're gonna use Luigi because there's a lot of high jumps and ledges that we have to jump over top of. And so basically this is like the only part of the game where we're not gonna use a cat suit. There's like 2 parts in this game where we don't use a cat suit. And so just the beginning of this level, we're just gonna try to get the cat suit as fast as possible. And it's in that block right there, so just a couple long jumps. Get the cat suit, and then we start cat momentum right away. And so I guess I should mention, even though this is any %, we do have to get stars because we need 150 stars to beat the game. And you also need 130 stars to get past World 7. And there's a couple levels, like in World 5, you need 80 stars to open a level that's super short to get 3 stars. So that's the main basis why we get stars. So I'll talk about fireworks because I got fireworks here. So if the timer ends in a 6, a 3, or a 1, you get fireworks. And I got 6 fireworks there. They all lose like a second, no matter what fireworks you get. It's not really super specific. But in general, try not to if you're a really good runner. But I'm not a super good runner, so I don't really have to worry about that. And so we're going to be going into 1-2. This is a Toad level. Toad's quick here, and we're going to use some basic cat momentum, go through some pipes, and there's actually a warp pipe to World 2 in this level, which is awesome. A little bit of bad movement there, but nothing to worry about. So we're going to get all 3 stars, and then we're going to head for the warp pipe and get out of here right away. And that will be the end of World 2. So it's super important to note that if we lose our cat suit, then it's pretty bad. Like, you have to go back and get a cat suit because the cat suit's such an important part of the speedrun. So I only have 1 cat suit right now, so if I get hit, I'm gonna lose like 40+ seconds, just like that. So I'm gonna try to get it back up as soon as possible. So here's the secret warp pipe to World 2. I'm also kind of known for doing some strange camera work with this game. It's mostly because I used to run Mario 64 before this, and I'm used to moving the camera a lot. So I moved the camera a lot more than a lot of runners, which I don't know. A lot of it's just preference. It doesn't make a huge difference. And so next we got Conch Canyon. This level is interesting, but it's the first Peach level, and you get to see how broken Peach is in this game. So we're gonna get up on here. This is the first part where I change the camera that a lot of runners don't, but grab the star, and we're gonna hover over here, because Peach can hover. That's pretty much her special ability. She can hover down, almost like in Super Mario Bros. 2, where she could hover, and she can hover in this game too. Kind of messed up the momentum there, but it's not a big deal. So this guy's gonna break this block, and there's gonna be a star in it, so I'm gonna grab the star. There's also Captain Toad. This is everyone's favorite character in the game. He gives us amazing stars 24/7, and he gives us a fun mini game that we get to play. Everyone loves it, so look forward to more Captain Toad later in the run, because everyone loves a good diaper adventure. I'll make sure I mention about the diaper adventure when we get there. We don't have there's a Captain Toad level in World 1, but we actually don't do that level until World's, like, basically after we enter World 6 and go back to World 5. Which sounds confusing, but you'll see it in the route later. It's not super hard. So now we're going into the Shadow level. This is where I'm going to get my backup catsuit if everything goes right. I gotta be careful not to turn on Mii's here, because if you turn on Mii's, sometimes they can just block your path to levels and you can lose time to that. And it takes a little bit longer when you hit yes to Mii's, so we don't want that to happen. So there's the star right there. Like I said, this game's really broken with cat momentum, so I'll explain it one more time just in case people weren't here. But basically, you dive, you slash, you dive, slash right before you hit the ground to maintain your momentum. And that allows you to maintain the momentum from the dive, which is the second fastest momentum in this game. There's only one faster, and that's slow momentum, which is pretty quick. We do it a couple times in this run. You'll see it. We use it for a trick at the end of the run called Meowser Skip, which allows us to skip a cutscene and stuff. I'll explain it more when we get there. It's one of the cooler tricks, but you can lose a lot of time if you don't get it. So yeah, we should have turned on Mii's as a donation incentive. It would have been a great one. So we ended with a 5. It was 335 on the timer, so that means we didn't get fireworks, which in general is a good thing. If we get fireworks, we lose time, like I said earlier, so that's pretty good. So I'll explain another thing, because there's a touchscreen on the Wii U gamepad, and it's used in a lot of surprising ways that most casuals don't know about, and you can just see it in this stage. So basically, if you touch the screen, you'll see a glove pop up on the screen, and you can collect coins and like touch platforms with it and stuff. You'll see it looks really cool, and it's one of the best parts about running this game is that you get to do a lot of cool touch strats, but they can be annoying and a little challenging to get used to. So you get to do some fun movement there. And oops, hit the wall there. So yeah, this is the touchscreen part. So you'll see the glove pop up on the screen, and I'm just gonna hit all these blocks, and then I'm gonna use the touchscreen to grab a baseball and throw it into the star. Pretty much, it's gonna look cool if I do it right. So yeah, baseballs in the star. We got the star because we can collect them using baseballs for some reason. And there's another star down here, and we're off. We're basically done the level. The average level in this game is like 1.5 to 2 minutes, so there's a lot of levels, but all of them are relatively short, so we don't have to worry too much about that. So now we have a mystery house challenge, pretty much. There's a lot of them in this game, and one of them we do a cool trick to get to it. So basically, this one is like a battle. I call it battle for stars. So we're gonna use Toad, and we're basically gonna kill as many enemies. Well, not as many, but we're gonna kill the enemies that are in this house and take their stars, because that's what Mario's about: killing enemies and taking their stars. So we're gonna use Toad because Toad's a little bit faster here. Oops, almost selected past Toad. So welcome to the mystery house. Here's some stars. Let's go. So they give us a quick like tutorial about what mystery houses are. And this is where some runners choose to get their backup catsuit, but I don't really, I think you can get it faster in the shadow level. So you can kill it there and get the catsuit here and not lose time, or at least a very minimal time. But if you do it optimally, you can get it in the other level as well. You can also touch the screen on the stars to make the star animation go away, or like just basically skips it, which is a little bit faster. It's kind of challenging though. So we're going to be using Toad for the rest of this world. So if you like Toad, you get to see him. I'm not a huge fan of Toad, but I know a lot of people that like Toad. Personally, I prefer Tanuki Toad. Tanuki Toad is fantastico. So we're just going to kill these Galoombas because they're not cool. And steal their star, just like every other Mario. And these are like the only real levels in this game, the only real 3D levels, because in order to make a Mario game, a true 3D Mario game, it needs to have stars. You can't have flagpoles at the end. Jeez, what was Nintendo thinking? So this is one of the only actual levels in the game that we're going to use Toad for. The other one, that at the end of this world, we use Toad on just because it's an auto-scroller, it doesn't really matter. But this is the double cherry. It's a power-up they added to this game. It duplicates your character. We grab it here because we're going to need it for the second star in this level. So I'm going to just split up my Toads quickly. And there's the star. So I guess I'll explain one last thing. If you press... So with the catsuit, you can crawl up a wall twice. If you jump off the wall and go back on the wall, you can climb it again. So if we press the shoulder button to basically like get off the wall, we can do that instantly and allow us to do something like that. So we can climb the wall twice and get the star. It's pretty cool, pretty neat, pretty cool mechanic. Alright, so this level, I'm not a big fan of this next level. I didn't really like it casually. Don't really like it in speedrun. When I was like running this game, grinding for PBs and stuff, I used to check Twitter all the time during this level. So that just shows you how amazing this level actually is. So pretty much my split name when I do runs, this level's name is Resident Sleeper number 1. So here we go, Resident Sleeper number 1, going in hard with this beefy auto-scroller. I hope you guys are excited. This game, for some reason, has a lot of auto-scrollers, and a lot of them are kind of cool. Like, we can skip a lot of auto-scrollers. Unfortunately, we cannot skip this, so we gotta ride this amazing train thing, tanks, and we got Jameses, which are the nickname for these enemies, but it's not their actual name. And essentially, the only important thing in this level is that we grab the stars and we keep this bullet hat or helmet all the way to the end. If we don't keep it, we can do a backup, but usually in a run you just reset, because well, what's the point in keeping a run where you're gonna lose like 40 plus seconds because on an auto scroller, like losing 40 seconds on an auto scroller is kind of upsetting. I almost lost the helmet there. That would have been Bible thump. Alright, so we're gonna hit those blocks and climb up here. So there's another star in this box over here, so I'm just gonna shoot my cannon at it and grab it with the bullet, because that makes sense. You can grab stars with bullets. So I'm just gonna take my time. It's not like I'm in a big rush. It's Resident Sleeper number 1. We just got a lot of Resident Sleeperness. Oh, jump off the James for good luck. And this is the only part of the level that actually matters. Oh man, I shot the bullet backwards because I slashed. That's lucky that I didn't go down the pipe right away because I was playing it safe. A lot of times you shoot the cannon and you instantly go down the pipe because you're pretty sure you're gonna hit it. but I was playing it safe. Alright, so this is the first boss that we fight in this game. If you do the same thing in this game for every boss, they usually do the same pattern. And so you don't really have to worry about RNG. You can't really lose the run to RNG dudes. But I'm gonna lose the helmet on purpose because I don't like that helmet. It's kind of annoying. But that's the end of this boss. This is the ending screen. So basically we're gonna try to slide down those stairs to get a little bit of slope momentum. Slope momentum is the fastest form of momentum in this game. We do it a couple of times. We do it for Meowser skip at the very end, which looks really cool. And I hope I nail it for you guys, because that would be pretty epic. So now we gotta go to one of the most fun levels in this game, if I don't mess it up. This level is probably the only, well, it's not the only level, but it has ice in it. And there's a glitch in this game with ice. If you hit the crouch button with ice, it does something a little special, and you can gain a lot of speed. So let's hope I don't mess this up. We're gonna be going fast. We're gonna be going quick. We're gonna be faster than Sonic here in a Mario game. Mario going faster than Sonic. That doesn't make sense, but it does. We're gonna be going fast. The only things we really have to worry about is the bugs. There's bugs guarding the first star. These like flying bug things, and ho, that is annoying. If you get hit by those, it's GG. You know, might as well put down the controller. Like, what's the point of continuing a run when you get wrecked by tiny little bugs? So let's hope we don't get wrecked by the bugs. So we're gonna do some basic cat momentum here. These are the bugs I was talking about. Oh god, I'm gonna play it safe so I don't get wrecked by them and have to reset. So this is Ice Glitch. You can get a lot of speed. Didn't really work exactly the way I wanted it to, but it still works. We got a decent amount of ice speed. I've gotten a lot faster than that, but it's good enough. Will do. We didn't get fireworks, so that's always good. And so the next level's our first, I think it's our first mansion level. These are boo houses, and they're spooky, so you know, what face and stuff. But basically, it's a mansion. So, you know, think about mansions. Think about what character should we rightfully use in a mansion? Luigi. So we're gonna use Luigi here, just because. Plus, Luigi happens to be faster. It's just, you know, just how it works. All right, so I switch to Luigi, and let's go into the Shifty Boo Mansion. So here's a little reference to Mario 64. You gotta go in a painting here. Grab this star that's up here. Woohoo. Alright. So if you slash on the top of that bookshelf, you can open it without actually having to climb all the other ones. It's kind of cool. It's one of the reasons why I use Luigi, because Luigi's jump height happens to be like the exact height of the of where you need to slash on the bookshelf, so it makes it really easy to time and to open the bookshelf right away. Alright, so here's a pipe that's spooky. It's full of booze. It's not actually a pipe to go down. It's disappointing. I thought that was going to be the warp pipe to the end of the game, but we got pranked. It was a social experiment. Alright, we got a 3 on the time, so we're going to get 3 fireworks, but still a decent stage overall. We didn't mess up a whole lot. Probably would have saved time on a PB pace run, so. Alright, now we get the best level in the game. Like, I say this a lot, but this is by far the best level in the game. No questions asked, you know. The movement is just so fun. It's almost as if you're playing a completely other game. Like, we get to do our first diaper adventure. So, here we go. Diaper adventure! Did you guys hear that? He's talking about the diaper adventure right now. So, if you're playing this casually and you don't skip World 1, then you don't have this text box here. But because we skipped World 1 and we didn't do the Captain Toad in World 1, we get this text box, which actually allows us to do a slightly different route in the World 1 Captain Toad to go a little bit faster. So, basically, in order to win the Captain Toad levels, you need to get all 5 stars. So, they're pretty basic. The movement's not anything fantastic, but it is what it is, you know. They're a nice little break every now and then, but when you mess up a Captain Toad level, which does happen, man, that is kind of annoying. I've lost like multiple like 30-second time saves and stuff during Captain Toad levels. I used to have PBs that had like 30-second time saves in Captain Toad levels, so I'm gonna get hit here. It's a little bit of a damage boost because I was slow, but we don't need extra health when we're Captain Toad. We can be the red Captain Toad. That's a tiny Captain Toad. Alright, so I like to call this level Pink, Pink, and More Pink. So it's pink level, and it's pretty pink, and we're gonna use a pink character. So it's faster to go back to the menu screen here, the map screen, or reload it to get to this level. It's just a small optimization. Oops. So yeah, we're gonna use a pink character on this pink level, and it's a very short pink level. And so, boom, grab that star. And that's the level. We got a 1 on the timer, which means we're gonna get fireworks, of course. And usually in this game, if you didn't know, the in-game timer is a lot faster than like actual time. So if you are close to like a 1, you can just sit off the pool for like half a second and go on, or like less than that, and make sure the timer's in like an 80 instead of an 81. But I'm not super concerned. It's a marathon. We don't need a world record, but it would be nice. Here's a Magikoopa blockade. We just get to kill more enemies, steal their stars. I don't know why I went to this one first, but that was weird. I've never really done that like Magikoopa kill order, but it works. I hope I don't annoy people when I say the name of this level, but I like to call this level Moist Pipes because the pipes are very moist, and they're underwater. This level is almost a Resident Sleeper level. It's like an auto scroller, but it's a water level. So, you know, that's doesn't that make you feel good once you know that this is a water level and basically an auto scroller? Because most of the time we're in pipes, so it's a very moist area, and we're in some moist pipes. So we're underwater in moist pipes. If you didn't notice already, there's a lot of hidden Luigis in this game. So there's going to be a Luigi in this pipe. I'll point him out on the touchscreen. There he is. He was at the very end of the pipe there. It's kind of hard to see because I was too quick. But there's just a big pipe in the middle of the stage, which is why I say it's almost an auto-scroller, because it's a bit annoying. So there's 2 different routes that like a lot of main runners do. One of them goes up here and grabs the 2nd star in this stage, and the other one grabs the 2nd star in a Boo level in World 6. So I'm going to grab mine in World 6 because it's slightly faster. And it's a little bit harder, but even if we don't get it flawlessly, it'll still be good enough. Alright, so that's pretty much the end of this level. We're almost done moist pipes. and we're gonna go to Jumping for Joy. That's what I like to call the next level. We have a lot of interesting and unique skips. That make, like, the next level really, the next 2 levels really show off why I love 3D World and why I like running this game so much. Basically, we use cat momentum to dodge death barriers and skip large portions of this level, which looks really cool. So we're gonna just, you know, this level speaks for itself. There's switchboards, we gotta jump on them. We're gonna use cat momentum to skip a lot of stuff in this stage. Well, there's like 3 major skips in this stage, and so that's kind of one of them. Hitting that switch and not falling in the water. If you fall in the water, you lose surprisingly a lot amount of time. This is the only like resident sleeper section of the level. It's, you know, you just kind of ground pound and sit here, wait for you to grab the star. If you miss the star, a lot of people are like, oh no, the run's dead, you missed the star. You can actually just climb up the wall. It's not a big deal. So now we get, this is the first skip. So basically you jump off the edge of this, you're gonna slash, hover, and then dive onto this platform over here. I'm gonna use the touchscreen to make this thing go to the left a little bit. And then our second skip is pretty much immediately. We're gonna hit this block, try not to get hit by this fuzzy thing, and grab this star in midair. We're gonna try not to grab the wall, because if we grab the wall it's a bit slower, and land on the platform. And we just skipped like a huge section of this level. Anything over like a 400 on your in-game timer is pretty decent. We got fireworks again, so, you know, it's like 4th of July, just fireworks everywhere. Because why not? Alright, this next level is technically an auto-scroller. So, in theory, it should be a resident sleeper level. But we have some skips. So if I don't mess them up, we skip like 20 seconds of this auto-scroller because of cat momentum. Like I said, cat momentum is such a big part of this game. So losing your cat suit is so bad. But we're going to try not to lose our cat suit. We have 2 of them still, so if we mess up, we can do it again. And if we lose both of them, then feels bad, man. I hope that doesn't happen. So this is a train. You know, I like trains, you know, but who really uses a train in 2017? You know, besides like modern trains. This is an old like coal-powered train in 2017. It seems odd. So basically, we're gonna use cat momentum to jump to the train in the background. So we're gonna jump in the train in the background, and then we're gonna use cat momentum to jump back, and that's gonna skip a tiny bit of the auto scroller. And we're gonna grab the star, and then we're gonna do the same thing over here. Bounce off the bullet bill, because that allows the auto scroller to go a little bit further. And yeah, there's Captain Toad again, doing his best to collect stars for us. I'm gonna kill this guy. So this boss is a little interesting. Everyone's like, he's cheating, he knows where the boss is going. So basically, the smoke that the boss has is a little bit off axis. The first one is really hard to tell, but every one after that is pretty easy. I think it's this one. I was wrong. Not the first time I've been wrong. So it's the top one, yeah. But if you look closely, the smoke is off axis. That's how I was able to tell there. So we finished that boss, and we're gonna head on to another boss. This boss is kind of cool. I call it Snek because Move Fish Get Out of the Way told me it was called Snek, so I believed him. And the real name's too hard to pronounce anyway. So, all right. So Snek. Snek is a boss that, you know, pretty close to the name and stuff, you know, it's very Snek-like. Basically, it's one of the biggest overlooks and, like, miss sights of this game. From a developer standpoint, you don't even use anything fancy. Like, you don't use cat momentum to do this. It's you just spin and jump, and you can do it with any character, but we use Luigi because we want to get higher jump, you know. But this I still think it's one of, like, I don't know how they didn't notice this when they put the spin jump mechanic in. Could have made Snek like an inch higher. Would have still solved all these problems. But there's cat suits in this level, which doesn't really matter because there's cat suits in the next level, and we have to lose one in the next level to skip. So we're gonna use Luigi, and we're gonna use cat momentum to get onto this trolley thing as fast as possible. And we're gonna head to the boss. So this boss is Aristocrat, and I call him Snek. You can go behind him, spin jump, and just hit him like that. Nothing fancy. You're supposed to like wait till his like tentacle arms come up, and you jump off the plates that he has and dive on him. But it's like they overthought. Like they just didn't even see this coming when they developed it. Oops. Okay, so we're gonna get in this. Hopefully we get some good slope momentum here. So this is one of the stages that we can get good slope momentum on. Ooh, I messed it up. But we'll get it in the next stage then, in the next boss fight. Alright. So that's the end of World 3 technically. Some people end World 3 at the castle, but this is the last actual level in World 3. It's called, you know, World 3C or something like that. World 3B. I don't know what the heck they call it. But we are 50 stars. We need 170 stars to beat the game. So we're still a ways out, and we're almost like, in theory, we're almost done the game. Like, we're at World 4 already, almost at World 5. So this level is a sand level. It's a desert level. We got ants. We got cat suits in it. We got a lot of cool stuff. We're gonna do a skip in it to skip an entire like auto-scrolling end section, and we gotta use Peach, of course. So we're basically gonna jump off that tiny little block there to get as much height as possible and continue going down this way. Oops, that's not exactly what I wanted. So we're just gonna slide underneath that. Usually you want to roll a little bit too. And we're gonna hover over that gap into this pipe. This another, not so moist pipe, this one's more of a dry pipe. Kill this guy. You're gonna use the cat to climb up the wall and grab that star. And there's a cat suit in this block right here, but we don't really need it, we already have one. And basically we're gonna slash, hover, get on this wall, and we're gonna use a damage boost to basically skip this entire section. You're supposed to ride an ant all the way over here, but we can just skip it using cat momentum and hovers and damage boosts. It's a pretty cool strat, and you know, it's better than riding the ant, I know that. There's a runner that named Chocoloso, and he runs this category only using Mario, and basically he puts a Tanuki down there and does like some crazy bounce off the ant to get it and stuff. It's pretty crazy. So now we're getting into the last level in World 4, and believe it or not, there's another world skip in this. So this is Piranha Creeper Creek. This is one of my least favorite levels in this game, just because I don't know. I don't really know why I don't like it. Maybe because like the second version of this level in the bonus worlds is really annoying. You have to like light a bunch of torches with the fire suit, and it's not really fun. I like fun in my levels. So there's just star over here. Just gonna grab it. Hover over this. We're gonna use the touchscreen to keep this guy stunned while we grab the star. That way we can swim up on the side that he's at without getting hit by him. So we're gonna hover over here. This is a little secret. So we don't want the stamps in this game. The stamps lose like 7 seconds every time you get a stamp. I tried to touch the touchscreen at the right time so I could get an extra cat seat there, but I mistimed it, and we got a fire flower, and we don't want a fire flower. The only power up that's used even once in this category, unintentionally, well, there's two power ups, and that's the Tanuki, and that's the boomerang. So we don't really need the fire flower. It's used in 380 a little bit more because of some mandatory parts. And so, in case you didn't realize, something's right in front of us. It's a diaper adventure. Might as well do the diaper adventure. So, and yes, I do run other categories in this game. I run 380 star. Alright. So, Captain Toad plays Peekaboo. This is one of the most annoying Captain Toad levels. You have to hold the controller really weird, and I often lose a lot of time if I'm just falling off blocks in the stage for some reason, because I'm just bad. But we're going to try not to let that happen. So we're going to run in circles on these blocks, so we don't lose our running speed. We lose our running speed when we go indoors, unfortunately, and so we have to try to get that back, and I'm going to try not to fall off here. And so basically you need to be able to use the thumbstick, hold the run button, and the touchscreen at the same time, which is a challenge. So we got hit, but that's just a little bit of a damage boost. It doesn't make much of a difference here. And we're just gonna stay on this one to get the last star. That was a pretty good stage. We did fairly good. We got like a 129 probably. A 380 star run. The world record's 4 hours, so, and that's getting every star in the game. It's not 100% because 100% you have to beat each level with every character, which is kind of annoying and pointless, but whatever. Alright, so this is the level I like to call that poor Koopa, because you'll see, we have to sacrifice a life of a Koopa for a very noble cause. Like, if without this Koopa, I don't know where I'd be. Like, the run wouldn't be a thing. So this is the Koopa we're gonna sacrifice. Oops, okay, this one we're gonna sacrifice, actually. I lied. So we're just gonna run that way and throw our shell. And basically you can grab coins, these like key coins, with Koopa shells. So we gotta sacrifice a noble Koopa, unfortunately. So grab this coin, and we gotta book it out of here. These football players are mad. Look at them. They're mad at me. It's like I stole their chicken. Jeez. I'm not about stealing other people's chicken. Okay. So this is Plessy. This is basically an auto-scroller. Hop on Plessy and head towards the goal. Hold up for speed. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of a skip here. Basically, you can like you can get around one of these pink things. I don't know what the heck they're called, but you can jump and basically get around them. So I'm gonna try to do that. I hope I don't die because I didn't grab the checkpoint. Okay, I wanted to play safe because I just realized I didn't grab the checkpoint. I'm gonna ride across these because I died. Like, I make a lot of fail compilations of my own fails, and when I'm going through my videos, I find that I die like way more than I should on Plessy. And it's like, come on, you're supposed to be a reasonable runner at this game. Like, I didn't say fantastic, I said reasonable, and I'm not even that because I'm dying on an auto scroller level and that casual speed first try. Like, come on, man, come on, bruh. All right, so this level is a circus level. Basically, we got to do a huge jump across a gap to begin with, and then we're gonna do another jump across another big gap if we get it right. So let's hope it goes right, because it could look really cool, or I could fail and die, and you guys can all laugh at me because I only have one Katsu, and I'd have to go back to a Toad house and try to gamble my luck. Alright, we got this one. So we jumped over the first gap. And we're just gonna jump over there. There's a bit of lag on the console there. Ooh, I'm a little bit over to the left, but we still... Oh, we just get in the pipe. Alright. So we're gonna grab this star. We skip a star in this stage, and it's not really necessary for us to get. It's really slow and annoying. You have to grab a bunch of coins. No one really wants to grab a bunch of coins. And yeah, that's the end of that stage. Alright, so this level, oh man, it touches me deep, you know. These poor like charging chucks, they just have to get in the way. I didn't do anything wrong, but I need to kill them because they're in the way. So, unfortunately, we have to sacrifice all 5 of these charging chucks, so we're just gonna kill them all because we're savages. And so, RIP them. This next level is kind of strange. It's the only level in this game that is like very open world like it's very open. You can do a lot of crazy stuff. This is a level I recommend if someone wants to learn how to run Mario 3D World, then you should come to this level and practice Cat Momentum, because Cat Momentum, as you've seen, is everywhere. Every trick builds off of it, so you should learn it, and this is the stage to learn it in. So I'm just gonna ride this pipe. You can use Cat Momentum to get around it. There's another cat suit here. I'm gonna grab it just for safe measures. Usually I wouldn't, but it's a marathon. I think we should be safe a little bit. Not super safe though, because we're not about that super safe life. We're gonna grab this star and go in this pipe, jump all the way up. I like how this game's called Super Mario 3D World, and we're using Peach the whole time. Kind of ironic, but we're gonna get in this pipe and go flying. So this is the open world section I was talking about. It's a very open world. You can practice Cat Momentum really easily here. So we're gonna grab this bunny and grab its star, like usual. Steal every animal's stars. And oops. Grab the star here. Alright. Oops. So we're gonna use the touchscreen to grab some of these coins and grab stars. So there we go. We got 3 stars. We finished the stage in under 2 minutes. So I'd say we're doing fairly good. So this next level is a cakewalk level. It's like a piece of cake. It's easy. I wish it was that easy. This level is not hard, but you can mess up super easy because it's based on when you jump. And there's a star in the middle that you can get a quick speedball on, and I'll let you know if we get it, but it saves like 3 seconds maybe, and it's super nice to get. So I'm hoping that I get it. Ooh, I lost my momentum there though, so I'm gonna have to jump twice here. You know, you lose your momentum if you get like stars on the ground, essentially, on your dive. So we gotta kill this piranha so we can go into this pipe and see if we get speedball. So basically we gotta wait for this ball to come all the way down, but if we jump at the right time and move the platforms, we can make this ball go really quick. I did that way too early, so the ball's not gonna go quick. It's gonna go super slow. Really, we should reset and try again, because, you know, come on, we can't deal with that. But so we're just gonna grab this. We're gonna grab all these coins again. We're gonna use the touchscreen to grab these over here. Spawn the star, and we're gonna grab it with Cat Momentum and touch the pole. So that's the basis of that level. Nothing super fancy, but it's a pretty alright. So this level can be annoying. So we're gonna use Luigi again. So shoutouts to Luigi. But we're gonna have to jump on a bullet and try to grab a star that's really high in the air right at the beginning. So we gotta do some cool jumps at the beginning, plus we gotta try to get the star. If everything goes well, this is one of the most fun stages in the game. If everything goes wrong, it's most frustrating. That's usually how a lot of... Oops, I don't want to use Toad. That's the opposite of what I want to use. Toad has the smallest jump height. So we're gonna aggro the bullets, and I'm gonna jump off them and grab the star like that. So we're gonna let the bullets hit the wall here. And if you didn't see, I used the touchscreen to make this guy a spring. So when we come out, I can just run past him, grab him. And now we have a spring for our journey, which allows us to get up here really quick and get the star and come up here. And basically, we just skip this whole section of the map and we're at the end. They're pretty neat. So, I like to call this level the kind of Womp King. So if you played Mario 64, you know at the top of Womp's Fortress there's like a boss that like goes and then tries to like stomp you. There's a kind of a guy in the stage that does that. So we gotta try to avoid getting swamped by him pretty much. Oops, don't want to use Mario. But this stage is kind of annoying. It's super cycle based. So we gotta go fast like Sonic and try not to get killed by the cycle. So we're gonna jump over this gap here. We have 2 catsuits. This is a catsuit level, so we can grab catsuits if we need them, but we don't. So we're gonna go up here, dodge these football players. They get to live. Grab these coins. I'm gonna grab this coin with the touchscreen, and we're gonna jump in this box. So that was close. We almost got hit there. But this is the cycle I'm talking about. We need to grab that star. Other than that, the cycles aren't super important. But if we miss that, we lose 15 seconds, which is kind of annoying. To lose 15 seconds because you're too slow. Like, damn. I don't want to be a slow man. I want to be a speed man. I want to go quick, like Sonic. Alright. So, here's the fake Womp King, as I like to call him. He's really King Kathunk. And he always does the exact same pattern. So, it's really easy to kill. I've gotten hit by him multiple times, so and it's really annoying. Because he does the same thing. So, you get hit by him, and it's like, wow. So you kill him, he goes, and then, yeah, now we just gotta go in this box and peace out. Alright, so there's the pole, yeah, that's, yeah, there's the pole. And, we finished the Womp King level, and we're doing pretty decent. So, I mentioned earlier in the stage that we do the world, eventually at the beginning of the run, that we do the World 1 Captain Toad after we enter World 6. So we just finished World 5. So basically there's a warp pipe at the end of World 5 that will take us straight to Captain Toad. But we want to open up World 6, that way we can fast travel there. So this route is recently discovered, like in the last year, and it saves a whole second. And it's super easy. You should be doing it anyway. So basically we're gonna go up this pipe, watch this cutscene, see the fairy. By the way, the fairies get really cucked in this game. Like the green fairy is the one that comes out of the pipe at the beginning intro cutscene, and it's help, 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 and we'd leave that one in the castle. We just leave it. Like, She's the one that risked her life, got captured by Bowser to tell us to help her, and now we're just gonna leave her in the castle. Like, look, she's right there. Help. See? She's like, help me. And we're like, no, we're just gonna go see Captain Toad, grab the stars, peace out. Sorry. I don't got time. I'm trying to be a quick man. Alright, so Captain Toad levels. This one's not anything special. We got a blow, though. Oh, Cap of Pride. So we're gonna basically just control Captain Toad, grab all the stars, and we do it in a little bit of an off order just because it's faster cycles. There, I did my blowing for the day. Basically you gotta blow on your gamepad to make the platform go up. But that's that Captain Toad level. Alright. So we're gonna do one more level in World 5 and then we're off to World 6. So we're gonna go back and do this level that takes 80 stars to open. We have 83, so we're good. This stage is insanely quick to get 3 stars. So we should definitely do it. So just gonna grab that and go up here, grab this. Oh look, we got our 3rd star already. Oh wow, what's that, like 30 seconds? Not even. We're done the stage already. So definitely worth going for. Alright. So next we have World 6, one of the worst worlds. I usually call this level like stupid pipes, but I use a not so stream friendly word, not so family friendly word, because it's not a fun level. Basically, at the end of this level, we're going to try to avoid going into pipes to not lose our cat suit. And it can be annoying. Alright, so I'm going to slide down this slope, get a little bit of slope momentum. Jump to avoid getting in the pipes. Oops. Grab the wall. Whoa. That was strange and sloppy. How I like it. Alright. So we didn't go in the pipes, which is good. You can get hit by those fuzzies if you go in the pipes and lose your cat suit, which is annoying. But we did reasonable. It wasn't fantastic, but it will do. So now we got one level that it's disguised as a building, but it's actually just a ship. And I mentioned in the moist pipe level that some people choose to get an extra star there and skip the star in this level. So this is the level where we're gonna make up the star that they would get. So there's a box there, we can just skip that by jumping over. I like to bounce off this guy to get up here. I think it's just swag. And gonna knock these bullies off because bullies are mean and they weren't nice to me in high school. So, oops, don't want to hit the wall. We don't want the stamp, like I mentioned earlier. So we're just gonna, I'm gonna use the touchscreen to swipe on these boos so we don't get hit by them and lose our cat suit. because we don't want to lose our Cassie to a silly boo. And so we're gonna grab the checkpoint. Oops, I got hit by the troll mushroom. So we gotta kill more bullies because, you know, high school was really not nice to me. We got bullied a lot. Oops. When you land on the base of the pole, it's really hard to stay on the bottom. Sometimes you just start climbing up the pole. And you're like, geez, Peach, you're not at the club. You're not supposed to be climbing the pole. So this next level has, this next level is a cycle-based level. You gotta go pretty fast, and if you don't go fast enough, you lose 20 seconds. So we're gonna try to make the cycle. It's not super hard to make, but we gotta go fast. So we should be going fast anyway, so we should make it easy. So I'm gonna focus a little bit here, just to make sure I get the cycle. Essentially, it's just a lot of cat momentum, and we're gonna try not to land on that stupid like circus thing. Those circus things there like to mess with people. Get in the pipe, please. So we're gonna jump off this pipe, cat momentum off it. We're a little behind the cycle right now, so I'm gonna have to go quick. Ooh. That was close. So this is the early cycle raft. If we were too slow, the raft would have went down. We have to wait 20 seconds for the next one. We almost didn't make it, but we made it, so we still saved the time. Doesn't matter if we make it late or early. We still made the cycle. That was pretty sloppy, and we still made it, so that's pretty good. So now we got another blockade. We gotta bully a bully again. This is like a big prince bully, and it's kind of annoying sometimes. It's not RNG, but it can seem like RNG, if that makes sense. Alright, so we're about halfway done the run. Probably a little more done the run than that though. So this guy, we got pushed into these pipes. Ooh, he hit me. That's not so good, but not a big deal. There's Cassie to the next level, so that was one of the best spots in the run to get hit, luckily. Ooh, so he's going all the way around because I hit him in a bad time. So push him in the pipes, and he'll give us a star. So there's a new strat that King Boo found, the world record holder. And weird. And basically you can do the ice level, or you can or you can do this climbing level. I don't know what that was, Ness. I don't know if I pressed up on my keyboard and accidentally pressed enter in chat. It's strange. Alright, so we're just gonna grab a bunch of stars. Get in the box. And boom. Hover over here. Call this. Bounce off this this like cloud thing. And we're done the level already. It's simple as that. We got another Resident Sleeper level though, but coming up. No, strange. I don't even know what that was. Alright, so this level is an auto-scroller level. You can skip this entire section at the beginning, but I'm not going to do it for the sake of the marathon, just because I could get hit and lose a cat suit. And going into World 7 with only one cat suit in a marathon is kind of spooky. So we're just going to play it safe. Oops. So we're gonna grab this star, and boom, we're at the top. So now we're gonna do some skips because I don't like auto scrollers just as much as you guys don't like auto scrollers. Yeah, I want to go fast. So there's a star right here. We're gonna land on this platform, climb up the wall. And yeah. That was kind of sloppy, but we made it. So now we got, I mentioned earlier about like some of the mystery houses and stuff. This is a really cool mystery house. It's purely touchscreen and it's great. We can just use the touchscreen the entire time, which is what we're gonna do. So you'll see. We get 5 stars in like a minute, less than that, like 30 seconds. So let's go. This is Mystery House. Mystery House Throwdown. Oh boy, we're supposed to throw a bunch of baseballs. But like I said earlier in this run, you can get baseballs with baseballs. You can just touch the stars and grab them. So it kind of wasn't thought out that well. Oops. And you can just touch the POW block there to grab that star. And you can just touch all these platforms over there to grab those. It's a fairly basic level. And we pretty much cheese the entire thing. So, that's cool. Alright. So now, this is my official Resident Sleeper 2 level. It's another super boring auto-scrolling level, and it's just might as well get my yawn on. So here we go. We got to deal with these Jameses. One of them just committed suicide. There's a fire bro here. The most important thing is we don't get hit. Otherwise, it defeats the purpose of us not doing Fuzzy Mine time skip. So, I'm gonna grab this bomb, just throw it over here for no reason. Grab all these coins, because, you know, we're bored. When I run this game, a lot of times I do a little fun trick where I try to carry a bomb all the way to the end of the level, just because I'm bored. And if you use a touchscreen, you can carry the bombs. So, we're gonna ground pound on this one, and grab the star that's up here. It was basically right above me. And this is the fire bro up here that everyone gets hit by. So we didn't get hit by him, and we have our bomb ready to go. So there's a star and a box over here and like a concrete block that we need a bomb to blow up. So we're gonna grab it. And like it's an auto scroller, so you might as well grab all the stars so you're not losing time. So now we're gonna jump over here because the auto scroller goes ahead when you reach a certain point. So we're just gonna make sure we hit that point as fast as we can. So the auto scroller goes a little bit faster. I'm gonna push out this block because this is the last star. And we're gonna jump over here, and we're basically done the stage. So now we got the first repeat boss in this game. You end up fighting this boss 3 times, 4 times maybe. I don't really know the exact number. I just long jumped into him. That was a stupid mistake. I'll stay with Peach in her dress form for now though, because I'd rather have my cat suit for World 7 than accidentally lose it on the next boss that's after this. It's kind of a stupid mistake, but whatever. There we go. So I'm going to lose time by having to do not cat momentum here and not be able to get a good slow momentum. But we got it decent enough. And we don't have to wait for the crawling animation on the pole, and so we're not going to be too far behind. The next stage is going to be a little tough though, to not lose time on. But it's mostly for the better, because World 7 has some of the hardest stages, and without a catsuit you lose a lot of time. And we don't want to go back and get a catsuit just yet. If we have to, we can, but if we can avoid doing that and lose the tiny bit of time in this next level, then we should probably do that. Alright, so this level is gonna be a boss. This is the easy version of this boss. It gets a lot harder after when you see him again, basically, because they reuse a lot of bosses in this game. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna use Toad, because Toad will be faster, because we don't have a catsuit. Alright. So we're gonna hit off this boss with 2 toads. You never want to have 2 characters, so I'm gonna try to suicide one of those toads. Feels bad, man. But I'm gonna kill this guy again. The harder version of this guy has rings every time he jumps, which makes it quite a lot harder and more annoying. So we don't want that to happen. So I'm just gonna run around in a circle until we can just jump on him again and get the kill. So now I'm gonna put the catsuit on. I'll grab some coins with the touchscreen, because why not? Alright, so now we're going to World 7. This is, by most speedrunners, the hardest stage in the level. The hardest stage in the level. Nice English. The hardest world in the speedrun. Because there's a lot of hard levels, a lot of tricky tricks and stuff. So let's hope we can nail it, because that's kind of why I wanted to have my catsuit here. We can get a catsuit like a little bit past halfway of this world. Can I make one more womp noise? There's a womp noise for you. Alright.
would now be a good time to interrupt?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so to get things going here, Social Speedrunner, our very own Social Speedrunner, donated $5, saying starting the donation hype train going, donating to Peach from Mario Party 2 in recognition of how broken she is in 3D World, which is true. So the donation link was down for like a little bit, but it's back up now. It's in the donations, it's a little link below it. And that has a list for all the Bid Wars and the 2 donate towards, which are Kill Slippy and Star Fox 64, and Resident Evil 7 playing Japanese. For the actual naming ones, which are the Pokemon ones and the Final Fantasy Adventure, those will be up soon in a updated paste bin below the donations. We're going to have a place in the donations link as well that you can just donate to, and then you mention in your comment what you want it for. Alright, that being said, good luck with your run.
Alright, so that level we did a pretty big skip at the end, so it doesn't save a super large amount of time, but it looks cool, so you know, gotta do stuff to make it look cool. This stage is Red Hot Run. It's almost like an auto scroller because there's a lot of platforms that make you run at a certain speed. We're gonna try to use slow momentum to avoid the first section of them. So now we got a bunch of speed without having to touch those platforms. I'm gonna go over here to avoid the spikes just because I only have one cat seat. And we're gonna launch over top of here. So we're gonna use the touchscreen while running, which is not the easiest thing in the world, so I missed one of the coins. But we still are pretty fast here. We're gonna run. And basically gonna jump on this pipe and fly all the way to the pole. Land right on the bottom. It's one of the easier levels, but you can mess it up super easy, especially when the touchscreen part. And sometimes you can just walk off the edge and start hovering, which is annoying. So this next level, to most people, is the hardest level in this world. I struggled with it a fair share when I was learning. But once you get used to it, it's not super hard. There's 2 strats we can do. One goes really close to the stamp, which is a brick stamp. So we like to call it getting bricked. We don't want to brick our console, so we're gonna try to avoid getting the brick here. And so we're gonna use the touchscreen to grab these coins. Come on, grab the coins. So we're a little bit behind the cycle here, so I'm not gonna go near the brick because I don't want a brick, but we're gonna grab the star here, and we're just gonna jump down here, grab the star, hover over this large gap, don't get hit by the spike spinny things. It's kind of a cool section, and now we get to skip this entire section of killing the bullies because we can just momentum over. It's not super precise. As long as you have enough speed and hover, you'll make it. Alright. So, this is the level I like to call the worst blockade in the game. It's super annoying, and it's the World 4 boss, but we skipped him, so we don't have to fight him. But essentially, he has a bunch of rocks, and you have to try to hit the rocks. And it's a cycle base. We want to hit him in one cycle, so that's our goal. We're gonna try to one cycle him. It's kind of annoying. So there's the rocks. I'm gonna stun them all with the touchscreen. And I'm gonna try to leave that rock there. Hit it with the touchscreen. Grab the second rock, but I got hit, which It's unfortunate, which means when you get hit by those lava things or by those rocks, then you instantly throw the rock that you had. So I'm super tiny Peach now, which essentially means we're gonna lose a lot of time. We lost like 15 seconds or 10 seconds for not getting the cycle, and now we gotta feels bad man kill ourselves at the beginning of the stage because we need to get a cat suit. This is probably the best part in World 7, to lose a cat suit, because there's a cat suit in this level that we're going into right now, but you need to be a big Peach to get the cat suit. So we have to jump off the edge because that will make us large Peach. So we're just gonna jump on this swamp and grab the cat suit here. You can tell I've done this a couple of times before. You know, it's not my first time playing this game. Now we're just gonna hover up this wall or climb up the wall to get this star. And we gotta kill these magic Koopas to get another star. This is probably like one of my least favorite levels in the game too. I don't even know what's the point of this level. It's like, why can't we? Why do we have to go through all this annoying key stuff? So I can skip over this guy, but I'm not fast enough to kill this guy, so I'm gonna have to wait until I can kill him. It's better, in this case, it's better to be safe and kill these guys when we only have one cat suit than to play it super risky, especially in a marathon situation, and not kill them and then get hit and lose our cat suit, because then we'd lose 40 seconds because we'd have to go get another cat suit somewhere else. So basically we have to get stars in any percent because we need 170 stars to beat the game, to open the last Bowser, and we need 130 stars to get past this world. And so we currently have no way to skip that. It's 170, not 150, but thanks for helping. So if you look at the end of this world, when we beat this end of this world, we'll have exactly 130 stars, because that's how optimized the route is. So we're heading to our last amazing level in this game. Everything else is just not as good. Nothing can compete to the Captain Toad levels. So this is our last diaper adventure. Say it for me, Toad. You hear that? Diaper adventure. It's time. Let's go. I'm gonna play it safe and not go for the early cycle on this stage, but you can use the touchscreen to freeze some of these thwomps and get an earlier cycle than I'm gonna get, but you can sometimes lose time if you do it incorrectly. So I'm just gonna, I'll wait. I'm gonna run in circles so I don't lose my sprint. Gonna do that on top of the thwomps as well. And we definitely don't want to run into that bullet. And that's the end of our Captain Toads. So unfortunately our Captain Toads are done. I'm sorry to inform you guys, but we hit the peak of the run. So this is the last level in this world that's not a castle. And this level is one of my favorite levels in the game. It's just so fast, so optimized. If I don't mess it up, you guys will see why. So we're gonna slash, grab that star in midair, and grab these coins. I'm gonna jump on these pipes. This saves a solid 1 second. Ooh, I was short, so. And I'm gonna play it a little bit more safe now, I guess, because I was a little short there, so I lost all my speed. But it's a really cool level. Alright. So, this level, it's pretty optimal to have one cat suit here, because you need to get a boomerang suit in this castle. So, like I said earlier, we needed 130 stars at the end of this world. We have 130 stars exactly. So, we're gonna open this castle, because it's locked by a big Bowser lock and chain. So we're gonna use our star, destroy the gate into it, and enter this castle. This castle's one of the strangest castles, but it's kind of fun. The boss is interesting, so. And I agree, this was a great Captain Toad Treasure Tracker Let's Play. Alright. So we're gonna grab the boomerang from this guy right here. And we're gonna grab this star down here. Do some cool wall kicks. Try not to die. Oops. I don't really like throwing the boomerang because it can hit the soccer balls down there and make them fling at me and you can lose your cat suit, which isn't super fun. I'm gonna grab the checkpoint just to be safe. I usually don't, but I'm just gonna hover over the spike area here. Use your boomerang. This is the whole reason why we grabbed the boomerang. And use our cat momentum to go over here and kill this guy because he's useless. Kill this guy. It creates a path you can actually just hover over, but I was being a slow speedrunner. So we're just gonna get up these stairs. So this boss is Bowser in the Swagmobile. He's rocking the expensive ride. He's basically going to throw soccer balls back at us. And we're going to use our touchscreen to flick him at him basically instantly. And this will kill him in 3 hits. So I'm going to hold my finger on the tire there. And I'm just going to flick up like that when he throws the soccer ball. So we're just going to move forward a tiny bit. Otherwise he doesn't throw the soccer ball. And ooh, I missed. That's not good. This is NA aim. There we go. Got that one. So we have one more hit. Hopefully he doesn't go up into a different cycle or anything. It shouldn't. So he should throw it right now. There we go. And that's that boss. Alright. This is the flagpole. We're gonna look at the flagpole and man, we beat the game, guys. Wow, we were like so under our estimate, guys. Damn, you see that? Look how under our estimate we were. Like, was that 30 minutes? It's like 40 minutes, damn. Wait, what? The game's not over? I got you baited? Oh my god. Well, who would have thought? There's 8 worlds in this Mario game. So now we got a cool skip. So basically we have to use the pipe and we're gonna basically use the out of bounds. So the overworld movement is just jumping and running. So we're gonna jump onto this silver pipe that we're in, and we're gonna basically fall down into World 4 and do the mystery house down there because there's 10 quick and easy stars. So it's a kind of basic trick. It was like found from Miiverse, I'm pretty sure, which is awesome. So basically we're gonna run down. We're just gonna jump onto this pole here. And we gotta jump over an invisible wall. Alright. And you're just gonna fall off. So we gotta land on this tiny little island over here. We can fall through the ground. So let's hope it doesn't happen. There we go. And this is 10 quick and easy stars that we wouldn't be able to get to without. The original route made you go all the way to this mystery house in World 4, and then you'd have to go through the warp again, so you'd have to beat the same level twice, essentially, just because these stars are so valuable. But we now can just jump over in the out of bounds glitch, and that's what it's called. It's called out of bounds glitch, and it's pretty cool. It's one of the bigger glitches in this game, and I enjoy doing it. So I made a tutorial on my YouTube channel that I think is one of the better tutorials for teaching people, just because I use a different, like, I use a marker while falling down to know, oh god, to know whereabouts if I'm gonna land on the island. But it's not super precise. Alright, there's tons of good tutorials out there for this game. Alright, so this is the last star of this mystery house, and then we're gonna go straight back up to World 8 and finish the game. So World 8 is one of the hardest worlds in the game. Like I said, World 7 was really hard. World 8 is a little bit easier than World 7, but it's still pretty up there. There's a lot of crazy skips. I'm gonna be doing like mediocre skips. I'm not gonna be doing the hardest stuff because a lot of them are super risky, as you can tell, and risky strats in this game aren't really worth going for in a lot of marathons because you lose like 50 seconds if you fail. But I might still go for a couple of them. Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna miss the cycle anyway, so I'm gonna grab this cat seat. I'm still gonna go for risky strats, so trust me. The mediocre strats are still really risky. It's just not as risky as some of the other, as like dry bone strats. But we're gonna do Meowser skip, and we're gonna do candle strats probably. Might even do Tanuki skip in one of the last levels. So we're gonna skip this star here, we don't need it. And we missed that cycle. I already knew we were gonna miss it, but I'm gonna go for it anyway. Ooh, we got baited again by those dry bones. Damn. This speed game has a decent amount of tutorials. If you want the if you want to find the guide, just go to tinyurl / I think it's /3D world. I can look it for it quickly. Yeah, tinyurl.com/3dw guide. And that's the guide made by Social Speedrunner like 3 years ago, and it's how I learned. And then you can update by watching watching the world record and stuff. It's a pretty well done tutorial. It's one of the better guides in speedrunning in my opinion. So this level makes me hungry every time, and it's early in the morning for me right now, and I haven't eaten breakfast, so feels hungry, man. Oh god. So in this case it would have been faster to do Plessy because I'm doing it really sloppy. But this level looks cool, and Plessy's basically an auto scroller where you get 3 stars. I'm gonna play this part a little bit safe. You can actually just like jump and grab the star from like the very beginning of entering that stage, but I'm gonna play a little bit more safe, like I said. And going in the pipe's a bit slower than cat momentum, so we're just gonna cat momentum over and land on the pole. So thank God my hungriness is gone. But unfortunately, after a good meal, what comes after a good meal is always a good rest. And this leads us into Resident Sleeper number 3. So this is our third Resident Sleeper auto-scroller. So I hope you guys are gonna enjoy this. I'll tell you guys a random story. I gotta think of a story. When I was learning this game and trying to get sub 2 for the first time, the run right before my first sub 2 was a 2 hours flat, and it was awful. Having a 2 hour flat time is just, man, not good. You never want that to happen. It's like, well, at least you know your next PB is gonna be your goal, but unfortunately some mistakes, I guess, were made, and I lost it. But now I don't have to worry about that. Sub 2 is pretty easy. But the journey to get sub 2 was very, very challenging. This is a fun thing about this game. You can blow on Goombas, Kappa Pride. There, I just blew him into that corner. You see that? I'm blowing on Goombas like I'm a professional blower. So here's a repeat boss. We gotta fight Pom Pom again. She's a little bit harder this time. But she's over here. Like I said before, you can tell where Pom Pom is based on the smoke. It's slightly off axis. This one's a little bit harder to tell though, but I got it pretty. I got like 2 out of 3 there, so I'm okay with that. The first one's always really hard to get anyway. Plus, we gotta blow on Goombas. Like, this is the best speed game ever. What other speed game can you blow on Goombas and have them move in the game? Alright. So, this level, I like to call, what place? What happened to the floors? It's an invisible level. Basically, the floor is invisible, and you gotta do everything from your memory, which I gotta say, I don't like this stage, but I don't like the next stage more. So, unfortunately, we only have one Katsu too, so I kind of need a Katsu for the next stage to not lose a crap load of time. So, oh man, that was close. Almost got thwomped. So we're just gonna go around this swamp because I don't want to risk getting thwomped again. And I'm gonna, if you do the Plessy level, you don't need to get these coins. But so now we're just gonna jump off this cannon here and make it into this mystery box with hovers, of course, because 90% of this game is hovers. And we're gonna hover across this huge gap over here to the end of the level. So we got past the invisible level, which is a good, you know, my memory is not so great. So now we have to deal with this level. Oh boy. This level is Abu House. This is the level I was talking about when I said dry bones or candle strats. So there's an auto scroller part that you can skip. You can either jump on candles or you can jump off dry bones, which dry bones are really fast, but they're super risky to do in a marathon. And with me only having one cat suit, I just don't think it's worth going for. So I'm not even gonna bother with it. But this level is really cool. It's one of the more fun levels in the game. So we're gonna jump off this block right there, hover, dive through the boo, slash right before we hit the ground so we don't take fall damage or have the animation. And I'm gonna do another hover right here. Get around here. I'm gonna be careful near these doors because these doors you can clip through and fall and die. So I don't want that to happen. I'm gonna grab all these coins because, you know, we're almost at a 1-up, and I think I'm gonna need the 1-up because I'm a bad player. So this is the candle strat section. I'm gonna do candle strats because dry bone strats seem a little too risky to do in this marathon. Gonna land up here. Ooh. Land back on that candle. Those strats aren't the easiest strats to do, so I'm glad I didn't mess them up. Some people find dry bone strats easier, but we're gonna land on the top of the pole, because why not? And that's it. That's the level. So now we really only have one level that, well, 2 levels that are super challenging left. So I'm judging if I want to do a big skip in that block level that just disappeared right there. But I don't think I'm going to because it's a little risky. I don't even do it in my PB. So I don't think I'm going to do it. But here's the last mystery house. So we're going to climb up these walls, basically. It's just a bunch of climbing. I'm going to grab an extra catsuit. This catsuit is completely meaningless. It's pretty much only allows me to do the beginning of next level twice if I mess up. Other than that, like, we get rid of it in that level. So alright. So got to get this star up here. And so like I said, we need 170 stars to beat the game. So we're getting pretty close. We should be at 165 after this stage. So if everything's going according to plan, then oops. Then we should be at 165. If we're short one, then I know where to make up one. But I don't think we are short one because I haven't noticed anything that we missed yet. Alright, there we go. And we're gonna hit the POW blocks with our touchscreen there. And so we don't have to break through all of them to get to the POW blocks. And there's our star. And this is the last one. This one's one of the harder ones in this mystery house because you can accidentally hover at the top of one of these and that can screw up everything, but it's still relatively easy. So we should have 165 stars at the end of this. So when it counts up, if we have 165, we're good. And yes, we do have 165. So this next level, we do a cool skip at the beginning. So if I messed it up, that's the only reason why I got 2 catsuits, was if I mess it up. So yeah, let's try to get it. It's right here. It's a Grumblump Inferno. It's kind of an annoying stage, to be honest, but basically we're in a extended hover here, and then cat momentum, hover, bounce off this dude, grab the star, and we just skipped a large section of the auto scroller. Now here you can grab a Tanuki and do a skip that I was considering doing, but I just don't think we should do it in this marathon. I'm gonna grab this checkpoint actually, just in case. And if you ground pound on these blocks, they actually get mad and go really quick. So we're gonna try to make them mad and go quick, because we're speedrunners and we want to go quick. That's the whole point. So I'm gonna let this guy do its thing. And so we're gonna hover over here, grab. Jeez. Grab the star, and we're gonna sacrifice our backup Cassie for this Tanuki. And we're gonna quickly ground pound this guy, make him mad so he goes fast. I'm not gonna do a second ground pound on him because it's a little risky and challenging. So we're gonna let him go. There's a star right here, so we're just gonna hover, grab the star. The rats come flying from the sky again, and you get to see them run on the block with me for some reason, and then fall in the lava for another reason. Don't know why they're even there. So I'm setting up now for a trick called Meowser Skip, which allows us to skip. It saves 40 seconds and allows us to skip part of an auto scroller and a cutscene. It's probably the biggest skip in the game, like besides out of bounds glitch. But it's one of the bigger skips in a level, and it looks really cool. So I hope I can get it for you guys. If not, then we can continue the level. Great. So the catsuit is my least priority now. Everything that I've been talking about in this run is out the drain. So catsuits were so important at the beginning of this. Now, my most important thing is to not lose the Tanuki. The Tanuki, if I lose the Tanuki, I cannot do Meowser Skip. So I'd rather die than lose my Tanuki, essentially. In most cases. I don't have to go for Meowser Skip, so if I'm in like a very bad situation, I can pop on the Tanuki and I get hit, then I don't have to do Meowser Skip and I don't save it. But it's one of the coolest strats in the game. Like, I have to show you guys it. There's no way. So this is the harder version of this guy. I picked Peach here just so I can hover above her, just so I don't get hit. It's kind of a safe strat. It's not like super recommended. Usually you would use Toad here, but I don't know. I don't really want to get hit. There's a catsuit in the next level, but don't really feel like getting hit right now. So we gotta fight this guy one last time. We're gonna try to avoid double cherries because they make you go in the pipe slower. I don't want that to happen. I don't want to go in the pipe slower. I want to go in the pipe quicker. So there we go. We killed the guy, or person, thing. I don't know what the heck it is. And we're gonna go on this pipe. And we got a little bit of slow momentum there, and we're gonna touch the pole. So we got another 3 on the timer. I explained it earlier in this run, but a 3, a 6, and a 1 gives you fireworks. So you'll see them here. Boom. See? 1, 2, 3. There's 3 fireworks there. And it's because I had a 3 on my timer. But it's not a really big deal in a marathon like this. So the last run, or the last main level besides the final boss level, and this is Snek 2. So it's just as easy as the first Snek. We do the exact same thing as the first Snek. So there we go. We get a jump on this, and the Snek is pink, and I'm gonna try not to assume its gender because it's 2017, but we used to call it female Snek. Now we don't. All right. So I'm gonna spin and basically kill him the same way as I killed the other boss. And there we go. So that's the last main level in the game. We should have 170 stars, which is the number we need to open the last Bowser. So we're heading into the boss fight. This is Meowser. This whole game's based on the cat suit, so the final boss should be based on the cat suit. Unfortunately, if you've never played this game, I'm sorry to spoil this for you, but the final boss is super underwhelming and is a huge disappointment. So that's not good, but we'll get through it. So we're heading into the final boss. It's right here. We gotta open up the gates. And boom. So we're gonna select Peach. You can do Meowser skip with any character, but I find Peach the easiest, so I'm gonna use Peach. And so we're gonna go for Meowser skip. So the point of this is we're gonna try to fly across the map, skip the loading zone for a cutscene, and we're gonna try to get as far up the auto scroller as we can, so we don't have to wait for the auto scroller, essentially. Alright, so we're gonna blast off into space, and so this is where we're gonna set up Meowser skip on the other side of this Ferris wheel thing. So basically we're gonna put our Tanuki down and we're gonna use slope momentum off the slope right here to go flying. So this also cuts out the final boss music, unfortunately. Oh, I failed it. You know what? It's a marathon, and I feel like showing it off. So I'm going to close my game, and I'm going to do it again, because I want to show it off. If I fail it twice, though, I'm not going to show it off. But I failed it because I wobbled a little bit too much, and I was too far to the left when I was trying to adjust back to get on the auto scroller. But I'm gonna, so basically this game, it saves after every level, and if I close the game and reopen it and basically reset, then I get another attempt because it loads directly off of my last save. So now all I have to do is do that section again. So there's the gate. We gotta open up the gate again. We're at the same save as right after we beat that last level. We lost about 2 minutes because usually in a run you wouldn't do this, but I want to show off this trick for you guys. And I got time. I'm well below my estimate. I can tell you that already. If I didn't mess this up, this probably would have been like a 149.20-ish. But I messed it up, so it's probably gonna be like a 152. Okay, not a big deal. Losing a cat suit's not a big deal. Oh my god, being small is though. Jesus. I'm gonna put on the Tanuki here quickly, just so I can grab the cat suit out of this block instead of the one on the Ferris wheel. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna set up the trick again. This is a much better setup. I don't think we made it. Oh my god. Alright, we failed Meowser skip twice. We'll just do it regularly. At least we get the music. No, yeah, we messed it up. I didn't go far enough. I was holding to the right a little bit too much, but we'll make the most of it. We'll still get like under our estimate and stuff. This boss takes like 6 minutes, I think. So we'll get like at least on the bright side, we can't all be upset that I missed the trick. We get to listen to the beautiful ending music. This music, when you do Meowser skip, often you skip it, so you don't get to hear the boss music. But yeah, this is the final boss. This is Meowser. He is this big guy. Oh, look, it's Bowser. But he has a cat bell. Oh. Ness, you suck at spelling my name. Jeez. But unfortunately, that's one of the issues with running this game, is when you run this game, there's a lot of things that can just make you lose a lot of time really quick. So we lost like 7 minutes in the span of, like, not long. Like 3 minutes we lost 7, pretty much, because of our mistakes. But I'm okay with it. We're still gonna have a decent run. And the rest of the run went really well, like way better than I expected it to, so. And plus we can listen to this music, man. I haven't heard this music in a long time. Plus we still have other skips that we can still do, as long as I don't miss that pipe and die. We have a running joke in the community that when you get up to the top of the tower, that you can just walk off and die, which is hilarious. I've seen people do it. Like they're on PB pace at the very end of the game and they just walk off and die. It's hilarious. I've never done it myself because there's like barriers and I'm too scared to do it, but I just find it hilarious. So let's hope we don't do it. We do it in a marathon, that'd be hilarious, but unfortunate. Bum ba da. Alright, so we can skip a little bit of this. A little bit of this auto-scroller here. So I'm going to grab the checkpoint just in case, because I don't want to do that entire section over again. And basically, you just gotta... We're going to try to jump all the way up to the top, where the loading trigger is. Where am I? I'm stuck. There we go. I was a little bit too far to the left, which was unfortunate. I got stuck at a really bad spot, but... Yeah, Meowser's using the duplication cherries to attack us. We're running up this auto-scroller. You can fall off the tower here. This is where I was talking about falling off the tower. Won't happen to me though. And we're gonna hit the POW block. Wow, what a final boss fight. We did so good. We nailed every single attack on him. So this is gonna be like a 154. This is fine. We're still below estimate. So timer ends when we grab the pull, and you can see the score on the pull. Do 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 do. Ew. You messed up? Did you mess it up, Ness? Jeez. Alright. So that is the time right there. And so this is Super Mario 3D World. It's one of my favorite 3D Mario games, or 2.5D Mario games, because it's the only 2.5D Mario game. But it has a pretty decent community. Most people that run it are super fun. And yeah. My name's Priceless Nightmare. Yeah, NES. That's what the time was.